Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday, the start of a brand new week here, and it's 10:20 in the morning. As you can see, we got all the Potbelly bags in the car, which means we're still being Potbelly's, side piece, which is fine. Today's goal is gonna be a little bit up there. I looked at what we did last year, and I think we did $288, which is a really good day. 288. Can we do that today? I don't know. We got online at 9:30. I got one order here from Pliables, and I'm not going back there. I'm just not. They're basically on my naughty list. I got there. They literally told me, yeah, 5 more minutes, and they proceeded to serve everybody ahead of me, gave them all their order, and then just forgot about me. And I asked again. The girl was like, oh, we thought you left already. We thought we gave it to you. And I was like, I've been standing here the entire time. The store is not that big. Like, the fact that they didn't realize that I was still there was crazy. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I think we messed up. We're gonna, start again. And at this point, it was already like 10:08. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna unassign because I needed to be at Potbelly at 10:15 for this order. So I'm like, there's no point, So we ended up unassigning that one. But before that one, I got a bunch of garbage. Nothing good. A lot of like no tippers or low tippers. But yeah. So on the bright side, we at least have $20 right here. Hopefully it's 25 like last time, but if it's just 20, we'll take it. Anyways, let me get this dropped off, and then we'll see you guys on the next order. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off from Potbelly, and then I being 25 as opposed to the usual $20. So we'll go ahead and take it. Then we drove back, and it's been dead. It's currently 11:12, and we just picked up our first official order of the day from Chipotle, showing 750, like 3 miles or 3.5 miles. I already know today's gonna be a grind. I know I said the goal is 288. Honestly, that right now seems so unattainable at the moment because of how slow it is. But again, the day is still young, so we're gonna, hope and pray that it gets busy. Let me get this dropped off, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty, guys, so we got the order from Chipotle dropped off. I think it became 8:25. And then we were driving back, and we got this one right here from Noodles & Company. 625, I think like 3 miles. Most of those miles were from me to Noodles & Company. We just dropped it off. And now we are taking this one right here from Savage Burrito, showing 625. And it's a bunch of items, 16 items. According to Para, it's going to stay the same. But, I just saw the order, and honestly, I just saw the fact that it was 625, less than 3 miles. We jumped on it right away because, again, today, slow. It just feels slow. It's Trash Tuesday, basically. Look at these orders that I was offered earlier. Look at this catering one. $8 for like, I think it was going like 12 miles, whatever it said. There's no tip on that. $0 tip. And they're ordering all this food. Insane. So I don't know. People are just, I guess they spend all their money on Mother's Day. I don't know, or the weekend, who knows. But right now it's basically Trash Tuesday, so we're gonna make the best of it. Take smart orders, good orders, and I reward these cheap customers, And now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm back on my Android. I use my iPhone for dashing for the last 3 to 4 days. I was gonna do it up to like a whole week, but then I realized that I've been dashing a lot. Like, there were long days. So I was like, you know what? Everything that I'm gonna learn from it, or like, that might be different from Android, I've already experienced it, So I was like, let me go back to my Android. 1, because it has the new decline screen. 2, I can use the driver utility app, which is great. And 3, I'm just more used to it. I'm more, it's more me, if that makes any sense. So stay tuned for that video. It's gonna come out in a few days, basically comparing Android and Apple, which one's better, which one should you use, all that good stuff. But anyways, let me get this picked up. I'm hoping that it's ready, because if it's not, we might have to unassign. But at the same time, I feel like if I unassign, I'm gonna end up waiting a long time. So more than likely, even if the food's not ready and they don't give me like a crazy time, I'll probably end up waiting for it. So yeah. Anyways, we'll see you guys back on the road. Alrighty guys, we got the food picked up. The food was not ready. Although when I got there, it prompted me to take a photo of my catering bag, which means that the order is over $100. Does not mean that it's gonna be a banger. It just means that it's over an X amount of dollars. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to this office building that orders all the time. And honestly, for this building, it depends on who orders the food. 9 times out of 10, it goes to the same office. But I don't know if people are just have bigger budgets or whatever. But sometimes, they're a little stingy. But we'll see what happens. The food is The food, it didn't take that long. I mean, I waited about 5 minutes or so, but they were really packed. So I'm surprised I haven't got the food that fast. So I'm hoping that it's more than $6.25. But if it's not, hey, low mileage, decent payout. It is what it is. And I don't know, I feel so tired today. Yesterday was kind of like a long day at work. We had one of our workers, he injured his knee while doing bulk. So if you guys don't know bulk, basically we run a crew that goes around and picks up like basically the things that the trash people don't pick up, like appliances, furniture, things like that. And I'm not entirely sure how he did it, but he like messed up his knee pretty bad, so we took him to the hospital. And then we had all the trucks had some like tire issues, so I didn't go home that late, but I felt like the last 3 hours it was just like non-stop. Something kept happening, but luckily, hopefully he'll be okay. I mean, I think he's gonna miss work for a while, but work is gonna take care of him since he did injure himself while working. So the thing is, like, he's a really good employee, so we're definitely gonna miss him for sure. Anyways, let me find somewhere to park because for some reason there's no parking in this office building. But yeah, so let me get this dropped off, and of course the one parking that I see, it's handicapped, so we definitely can't park there. So let me find somewhere to park, and then we'll see you guys on the next order. Alrighty guys, we just got the order dropped off, and we have our first official banger of the day. Had a $22 payout, and then we got this one right here from Sweet Green that I think normally I would just decline, but on a day like today when it's a little bit slower, I mean, not including this banger we just had from Savage Burrito and then our order from Potbelly, it's been extremely dead. So I'm like, you know what, we can knock this out in like 15 minutes or less. It is 2 orders, I get that, but one is like right next to the Sweet Green, so I'm more doing it for the cash flow and the fact that we're gonna stay active. But I think had the day been better, I probably would not take this order. But anyways, we're currently sitting at $65, not counting this order. So after this, we'll be in the mid-70s, if not even higher. Let's go. Alrighty guys, the order of course was ready at Sweet Green. We just dropped it off. Now we're sitting at $78.35, if I'm not mistaken, which is pretty good. Currently $12.30, so I think we're doing fine. I think we're doing a good job of staying busy, So I'm really hoping that we get some more orders. Now this shift ends, if I'm not mistaken, here at, let me see here, 1:30. Then my next one's at 2 to 2:30, and then 3 to like 7:30, I think. So what happens when you oversleep? And I overslept. So my original shift was from 8:30 to 8:30, and then I woke up at like 9. So it is what it is. But I think, like I just said, overall we're having a really good day. Oh, one thing that I haven't really talked about today was the goal for the entire month is 5,560. That's what we did last year, and I get it. It's definitely out there. But we had a really good week last week, so I'm like, we can just kind of like replicate that. Of course, we're not gonna have another $370 Mother's Day because there's only one Mother's Day in the whole year. But I think we can just stay consistent and do more than 250 every single day. It's kind of possible, a little bit. I think it'd be great. But yeah, and like you can always tweak the goal. But as of right now, as of May 10th, I think the goal is still pretty attainable. So I'm hoping that it just gets busier. Let's go. Alrighty guys, after declining a bunch of garbage, a bunch of 225s, 375s, $4 orders, we got this one right here showing a $7 payout. I think it's going less than a mile, of course, and it's from Sweet Green, which is even better. So now we're only about a minute away from the drop off, and this will put us in like the mid-80s, which is great. Baby stepping into $100. After we reach 100, that's kind of like my biggest hurdle, the $100. Again, the goal is 288 today, but honestly that's quickly going out the window, just simply because I don't think it's busy enough. But as of right now, we're going to keep it the same. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, we ordered dropped off from Sweet Green, and DoorDash was hiding 3 cents on the tip. 3 cents. So it went from 7 to 7.03. I'm like, really? You couldn't show the 3 cents? But anyways, then we got this one right away from Santini, $6.25. I think it's only one item, a mile and a half, if that. Jumped on it right away. What's not to love about $6.25? It could always be more, but I doubt it. But regardless, after this, we'll be in the 90s. Let's go. Alrighty guys, so the food was ready at Santini's. We just dropped it off. It ended up being $7.25. And then we got this one right away. I'm mainly taking it because my shift ends in about 7 to 10 minutes at 1:30. And this one is showing $9.50 for the payout. I think it's going almost 5 miles, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm taking this one because it's gonna carry me, into my next shift basically, and it could always be more. So I think it's a win-win, and after this will definitely be over $100. Let's go. Alrighty guys, the food was ready, and it's been ready for a long time. The receipt on the bag says ready by 12:20. It's 1:20. So I'm pretty sure that this guy's been waiting for a long time, and it's probably some crazy base pay on this order. The food is just like a little sub and like a dream bar, I think. So he either didn't tip anything or tip very little, and then DoorDash is making up the difference. We'll see. But we're about 8 minutes away or 4 miles, so not too bad. And it's weird. Like, I feel like it's busy. Like, for example, like right now, this feels busier than like lunchtime for Mother's Day. Because for Mother's Day, the only difference is that we have peak pay. You know, so every single order was at least $9.25 that I was taking. You know. But Mother's Day, it was like you finished an order, you drove back, and you waited 10, 15, even sometimes 20 minutes. But when the next order came up, it was almost worth it, you know? There was only a handful of times where I got bad ones, like after waiting for a long time. So I got really lucky in that aspect. But I would much rather be like this, be active, taking orders back to back. I feel like my day goes by a little bit faster. I feel like it just feels better. I don't know why. I think it's just in my head, to be honest, but it is what it is. So let me get this dropped off, and then after this, we're actually gonna have some downtime. Because I thought it was gonna carry me to my next shift, but by the time I drop this off, it's only gonna be 1:32. This one ends at 1:30, so I didn't realize that I was gonna be, so fast. Hopefully, that's me dashing out. We'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty, guys, we got the order dropped off, and they had like a $3.50 base pay, and the rest was tip. So maybe because they live so far away in the middle of lunch, nobody wanted to take it. I don't know. Plus, I'm sure DoorDash probably started at $2.25. Not the $3.50 that I ended up paying as a base pay. Regardless, we're currently sitting at $102 with some change, if I'm not mistaken here. The dash, our first dash, is officially ended. Now it is 1:35. The map is gray. I can't get back on to 1:45, so I'm making my way back. Probably just find some shade to park in and then wait and then start all over again. We're basically, I would say, a little bit of a third of the way to our goal of 288. Again, I don't know if we're gonna reach it. Any day that we can make more than $200 a day, for me, is a success. So we're basically halfway to that, But ideally, we want to get to 288 or more, or as close as we can. So hopefully the orders are there. It is kind of hot now. I don't know why I wore a long sleeve or the vest. It's poor choices. Anyways, let me get back to the town center, and we'll see you guys on the next order. Alrighty, guys, quick little update. It's been maybe about an hour and a half since we last checked in. So last time my shift was just ending. It was around 1:30. I think we were sitting around $102 with some change. And then I could not get back on until about 1:45 because it wasn't busy, So 1:45, I was able to dash now. And that shift went from 1:45 until 2:30. Now in that 45 minutes or so, we did 3 orders, which I think is pretty good. We did one that was like $6 1 mile, which isn't bad, for 1 mile. Then we did one from Bonchon, which became like $9, and then Jersey Mike's, that was $8.75. So basically, I was trying just to maximize my time because I know that 1 through 5 is so important for me because I can't dash past 7:30, right? So anyways, then that shift ended, and then I was able to dash now because it was quote unquote busy. Then we did one here from Santini's. It was showing 625. I forgot the mileage, but it was pretty low. I think it stayed at 625. And then we just got our latest order, which we just picked up from Paisano, showing 725. I think like 3.5 miles maybe. So all in all, we've had a really great slow times. I did my very best to stay busy, as active as possible. Perhaps a little more mileage than I would like, but the dollars make sense. So. Now we have a 4-minute drive here to this drop off. The goal is 288, which is a lot, by 7:30. I don't know if we're gonna hit it. I mean, we need to have like a banger dinner, which is possible, But yeah, so let me get this dropped off, and then we'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty, guys, we got the order dropped off. Now we're sitting basically at $140. We're only like cents away. And when you end your shift, right, and you dash now again, they can send you offers that you've just declined on your previous shift. This is what happened right here. Look at this order. That's clearly a no-tip order. I think it was going like 11 miles or something like that. and I think they were paying like $3 or $3.25, whatever it was. You can tell it has no tip. Then when I ended that shift and I started my new one, they sent it again, same order, except this time it was paying way more, $8, but it's still going like 11 miles away. Do you guys think someone took this order? Would you have taken this order? You know, knowing that originally has no tip? Because when it says $8, you could argue like, oh, maybe there's a tip on there, you know, for $8. But I'm telling you, there's no tip on there. There's $0. Would you guys have done this? Let me know. And also let me know if you guys think the customer got their food, or maybe DoorDash canceled it, or maybe the customer canceled it. I have a feeling that it was canceled because I think they probably got tired of waiting, and I don't think DoorDash will put any more base pay. You know what I'm saying? At what point did they lose money? You know? But anyways, we just accepted our next order here from the Hunan Cafe, I think. 625, 1.5 miles. What's not to love, right? We're doing really well. I'm surprised about how busy we've managed to stay in the quote-unquote slow times. But yeah, guys, join the Discord. The conversation really never stops there. We just kind of picks up from wherever, you know, people send screenshots. And it's not just DoorDash. There's a Grubhub section, Uber Eats. You know, I'm pretty sure that everybody does multiple laps. You know, good vibes. If you guys want to join, it's in the description. If it doesn't work, let me know. Sometimes the link doesn't really work. I'm not entirely sure why. But again, the Discord is a work in progress. You know, I'm trying to make it better. But I think so far it's pretty cool. I think it's actually a lot better than what I expected, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, so pulling up here to the Hunan Village or Cafe, whatever it's called, Hunan Cafe. Hopefully the food is ready, and we'll see you guys back on the road. Alrighty, guys, we had the food picked up. The food was ready, and you know what I've noticed? That more and more mom and pop shops are asking me to confirm the pickup like in front of them. You know, as opposed to like the big chains. Some chains do ask you, but I think it's more on the management or whatever. But before, that was super rare, you know. And I asked her, like, if that was something new, and she was like, yeah, people have been stealing a lot of food, and then DoorDash doesn't always like reimburse them. You know, sorry for the glare. And I was like, really? And she was like, yeah. She was saying that she has to prove to DoorDash that a Dasher is the one that took the food. How do you do that? You know. So I think she told me she has like a 50-50 chance of getting the money back. So now to basically combat that, now she's asking people to confirm in front of her, which, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it kind of sucks that she has to do that, you know? Like, come on, you can't buy your own Chinese food, really? Anyways, let me get this dropped off, and then we'll pick it up in a second. Alrighty, guys, we could do it dropped off. It was handed to me. It was $6.75. Now we're sitting around, if I'm not mistaken here, let me double check real quick. I think 146 with 13 cents. Not too bad. It is 3:30, so we're in like the worst hour between 3 and 4. And look at this garbage right here from Pliables. One item, 2.2 miles, $3.50. And yeah, you could argue that it's right next to each other, and all the mileage is from me to the restaurant. But Pliables did me dirty today, so I'm not going there. I'm not gonna go there for at least a week, unless of course it's a great order and it's like super dead. Then I'll have to really think about it. But this morning it was the worst. So honestly, with a place like that, it just depends on who's working, which really sucks, you know. It should always be about the same. But anyways, we'll see you guys on the next order. Alrighty, guys, we just picked up our latest order here from Santini's, showing 850, I think almost 5 miles. I mainly took it because I'm still technically in my worst hour of the day. So I'm like, you know what, if I can use most of it up doing this order, why not? Food was ready now, we're only 5 minutes away. And after this, we'll be way over 150. So we're, you know, maybe stepping into 200, maybe 288. Who knows, maybe higher, I don't know. It's definitely gonna be interesting, but I'm pretty confident that we should make at least 200 today. Let's go. Alrighty, guys, so we got the order from Santini's dropped off, and I thought 3 to 4 was slow, right? Because that's typically what it is. 3 to 4 is usually the slow hours. Not this time. 4 to 5. Oh my goodness, it's been so incredibly slow. It's not even funny. It's 4:48, and we just picked up our next order here from the ABC store. It's alcohol. I don't even know what it is, to be honest. It's only like $60 worth of alcohol, so it's not that much, but $8.75 for the payout. I think it was going like 3 miles, maybe something like that. Best order that I seen between 4 and 5. So it's definitely slowed down. Like, it was like this, right? We were climbing, and then next thing you know, nose dived. So yeah, anyways, let me get this dropped off and we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, we just got the order dropped off here from the ABC store. It actually became $9.50. So I was like kind of surprised. I thought it was gonna stay at $8.75, I'm not gonna lie. Now we're sitting at $164 with 13 cents, not too bad. $36 away from $200, but might as well be $1,000 away from $288. There's no way we're gonna get to $288 by 7:30, and as of course we get like 3 bangers back to back to back, and that's highly unlikely, although not impossible. So if I get to 200, I'd be pretty happy with that. I think it's because the weather is so nice today. It's like 70 or 69. You can basically cruise, put your windows down. It's the perfect weather to go eat somewhere, not to stay at home and get things delivered, you know. So I get it. I think the weather definitely plays a role for sure. But overall, not a bad day. Any day we can make more than 200 or close to it, I think it's a great day. So let me make my way back to the town center and hopefully get something along the way. We'll see you guys on the next one. Ready guys, I don't know what's going on, but it's super slow. So when this order came along, I think it was like $9.25 for like 5 miles, I think. I jumped at it. This dinner time or pre-dinner is basically what lunch was like earlier. Very, very slow, a couple of orders in between. So we gotta take everything we can to make sure that we can at least do 200. Because I'm telling you, like I was driving back and I'm like, that's weird, I'm not getting anything. Like, you know, for a solid 10 minutes, and I'm like, that's very weird. So when the order came along, I couldn't pass on it, you know? It's only a 10-minute drive, so it is what it is. We'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off, and the slowness is real for dinner today. Dropped it off like 12 minutes ago. Nothing. Not even a single order. Nothing. Nada. And I've closed my app. Oh, an order, and it's garbage. One item, 8.6 miles, $6.25, taking me way out of my zone. It's one of those days today. Whew, man, that's crazy. If anything, I'm just glad that I took everything that I took earlier, because if not, we wouldn't be at 173 with 38 cents. But yeah, what a weird Tuesday. That's definitely not a normal Tuesday. Although Tuesdays are basically all over the place. They're either really busy, really slow, whatever today is. So yeah. Anyways, currently 5:40. We'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, we just picked up our next order here, and it's from Pollo Peru. You know, my arch nemesis when it comes to eating lunch, because this place is absolutely the worst, yet somehow people order from there. Anyway, $7, like 3 miles, I think. I just jumped on it because it's the first order that I've gotten in forever. So why not? We'll at least make $7. I mean, it is what it is. I don't even know what to say anymore. It's just weird. So yeah. Anyways, let me drop this off and then we'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, got the order dropped off. It went from $7 to $10.25. Like why? Why hide it like that? Like I really wish I understood why they hide orders. Like, I mean, I get why they hide them, you know, to avoid cherry picking. But I mean, like the reasoning behind the numbers behind each order. You know what I'm saying? So maybe someday there'll be some kind of like DoorDash leak and someone would, you know, leak all the juicy details of why they are the way they are. Anyways, we're sitting at 183 with 63 cents, basically at 185. So we're slowly making our way to 200. It's 6:09. We have an hour and a half. We should do this if we get the orders, hopefully. We'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, so after doing the last drop off, I got this order here from Glory Days. I get to the Glory Days and there's a line, like 5 people deep. So I was like, you know what, I'm a little early, let me ask. And I asked the guys doing the to-go orders, and this man is like, honestly man, I have no idea how long it's gonna take, I'm super behind. I said, hey man, no problem, it's all good, no worries, I get it. Thank you for telling me that and not telling me some BS like it's coming right up. So we unassigned it. We were driving back here towards the town center when we got this order here from North Italia, showing a $7 payout, but Para is saying that it's gonna be, I think, 14, if I'm not mistaken, with the stars. So I was like, okay, I like that. So we're gonna go ahead and trust it. And the food was ready, which is great. And we're running out of time. It's already 6:41, and we're still sitting around like 185 or so. So it's definitely been a very mellow dinner, very slow, very slow. But again, if we can just scrape by to get by getting 200, damn, sheesh. If we can at least get $200, I'll be happy. Let me get this dropped off. We'll see you guys on the next one. Guys, we got the order from North Italia dropped off. Ended up being $14.54. And now we're sitting, assuming that I'm not wrong, because you know my shares were broken into multiple ones, so I'm adding it all up, at 198 with 17 cents, and it's 7:01, right? But we just picked up what's probably going to be our last order of the day. I mainly did it, or chose to do it, because $9.50, high cash flow, last order of the day. I think it's going like 5 miles. I don't even care, to be honest. It's been a weird dinner. I feel more tired today than I did for Mother's Day. And I did way more, work during Mother's Day. But just sitting around and waiting wears you down. It really does. So I'm just glad that we can take this and on a high note, call it a day. We're gonna be at least $200 plus, and then tomorrow will be a brand new challenge. So yeah, we were not successful in hitting 288, but we're still gonna hit at least 200, which is always good. So let me get this dropped off and then we'll go over the numbers. Alrighty guys, we get the last order dropped off from Chick-fil-A. It became $11.50. Now we're gonna end the dash at $209 with 67 cents. Not too bad. Man, I feel really tired today. Today was more of a grind type of day, but it was weird. It was just like, it was busy when it shouldn't be, and it was dead when it's supposed to be busy. So I feel like, if anything, I feel like the slow times really saved today's dash, because I think that's when I was the most active, if I'm not mistaken. But regardless, we didn't hit the goal. We were about $80 shy of it, which is, it's okay. Not every day can be full of bangers and, make lots of money, but we still made $200 and basically $10, which is really good. So there's that. And tomorrow's goal will be, tomorrow's goal. I haven't even looked at it yet, to be honest. But regardless, thank you guys so much for coming along to this dash. I feel like today was probably one of my most, mellow vlogs, I'd say. Like, I just don't really feel like I contributed anything to the vlog. I was really tired, lacked a lot of energy, so I'm sorry. But if you guys watched the video, I really do appreciate it. If you guys haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. We need I think 70 more people, if I'm not mistaken. So we're right there. If you guys want to keep the conversation going, join the Discord. It's free. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys on the next one.